Hey everyone, welcome to Relatively Refined. My name is Paula. Today's video is a fun one. I have two very special unboxings to share with you. I have a wonderful thrift haul, and I'm going to share a delicious and easy dinner recipe. All right, let's get started. Well, as you know, on this channel, I do a lot of cooking. I try to include some easy recipes, some fun recipes. I like to cook, I like to bake, and we are a family that doesn't eat out a whole lot. Most of our meals are prepared and served in our own home, and there is a reason for that. I really feel like you can control the quality of the ingredients that you're using. You can control what you put into your food, how it's cooked, and in the end, it is so much cheaper. And being a family of six, although now our kids we're almost empty nesters, but when they were all at home, it was so much cheaper to eat in the house, to cook for ourselves, to cook from scratch. And it's something I wanted all of our kids to learn how to do as well. So I am so excited and so very grateful to Caraway Cookware for being a partner in today's video. I'm going to share an unboxing of my brand new Caraway cookware, and I cannot wait to show it to you. Okay, let me open this up. So I like to cook at home because I feel like you can control the ingredients in what you're making and you can make it much more healthy. And that is why I selected Caraway pans, because they are 100% non-toxic. Let me lift this out of here. They are a ceramic coated pan that's naturally non-stick, so you can use minimal butter or oil. Let me set this down first and still get that super non-stick eggs sliding off the pan kind of action that you get from other pans. Now you can buy these pans individually, but I recommend getting them in the set. It saves you about 20%. And in addition, there is an offer code. If you use the code Relatively Refined and you purchase these pans, you can save an additional 10% off when you buy them. So I will leave that code and link and so forth in the description box. The Caraway set includes a 3.5 quart saucepan, a 4.5 quart braising pan, a 6.5 quart Dutch oven, and a 10.5 inch frying pan. It also comes with its handy dandy storage so that you can easily store them and prevent them from getting scratched or dented. I can't emphasize enough how excited I am to have a set of cookware that is non-toxic. I've tried to eliminate as many toxins as I can from our cooking and our lives, and it makes sense that I would want to have some cookware that is 100% non-toxic and doesn't exude those Teflon fumes when heated to high temperatures. Later on in the video, I'm going to put these pans to the test, but first, my thrift haul. I have quite the haul for you today. It is the result of several thrifting trips, some of which I'll be keeping for myself and some of which will end up on our online shop. So I have a huge table full. Well, I have a small table with a huge haul on it is what I have. So some of these things, as I mentioned, I'm going to keep for myself, and then some of them I will be listing in our online shop, which is at www.relativelyrefined.com, and I will put the address here on the screen, and I'll also link it in the description box. If you head over to our website, you can see the shop. We have a blog. We link our YouTube videos there, so go ahead and check it out. All right, let's get started. First things I found were these two terracotta pots. My son Ben is really into houseplants, and he's quickly running out of pots to use. So I found both of these at Goodwill, and they were 99 cents each, which is a little bit of a deal over what you can get them for, you know, if you would go to Home Depot or Lowe's or something. The next thing I found, and this is also for me to keep, is this really pretty silver picture frame. Very simple, very thin profile, has this kickstand easel kind of thing, or you could hang it on the wall. And I wanted to grab this and use it in my office to put a picture in. I don't know that it was $1.99, which may or may not be a good deal. I'm not sure, but it was in perfect condition and it was right there at Goodwill and I was in need of one. So I took that home with me. Another thing that I found that I think I might be keeping for myself, although it's questionable, is this really cute little mustard style stoneware crock. And this I paid 99 cents for. So I thought this was a great deal. I have another one like it that I keep spoons and knives and things in. They look cute with dried flowers or picked flowers, cut flowers, really, really pretty. And it's in perfect shape. There are no chips or cracks or anything. So I was happy to find that. Then I also found, let's see, I think I'm going to keep most of these for myself. This is a whole bag of different cookie cutters. Some are copper and some are just the silver. But I have on my countertop two big glass containers filled with cookie cutters. But these are really cute and they're in great shape. This is an apple and there are different seasonal things in here. So if I think of it, I'll insert some footage of the individual cookie cutters all laid out. But there were quite a few of them in this bag, as you can see. There were probably, I don't know, maybe 15 of them, and they were $1.99 for the whole bag of them, which I thought was an excellent deal, especially for the copper cookie cutters. Then I found, and I have sort of a fall theme, it seems to me, going on here. Let me actually reach over here. I found this really beautiful teapot. Now, it does have a tiny little flea bite right here on the spout, as teapots often do when you find them at Goodwill. I don't think they handle things with particular care, so things easily get chipped and broken, sadly. But this one was $5. The top is in great shape, and it does have its top. And on the bottom, it says made in England. And you can see that right there. So for all of our friends who are watching from the UK, this is made in England, and I love it. I think this is so beautiful. It's this dark brown with almost like a bamboo type looking design on it. This Greek key pattern and then these designs on the side. I thought this was so pretty and so perfect for fall. I believe I'm going to keep this. Now, I do have a teapot problem, so I'm most likely going to keep it, but I'm not 100% decided yet. And let me reach over here one more time. And I found one more teapot. How pretty is this one? So cute. This one was $2. Really cute. And this one is in perfect shape. It doesn't have any chips or cracks. It does have a little bit of crazing in the bottom, in the inside and on the bottom. And on the bottom, it's really hard to see, but sort of stamped in there, it also says made in England. So I don't know if somebody donated their teapot collection or not. These are the only two that I saw there, but I was happy to take those home with me. Then I found these really pretty glass candlesticks. They really are lovely. They have kind of an etched and cut detail to them. They're not huge. They're solid and heavy, very pretty. That's the bottom of them. I don't know who makes them or anything, but they were $4 for the pair, and I thought they were so pretty. I'm tempted to keep these. I do have other candlesticks, so these may very well end up in the shop. And if you're interested in them, drop me a comment. But I do think that, well, I don't know. I don't think anything right now. I'm undecided. I did also find this beautiful cut crystal vase. Now it's fairly dusty and it needs to be washed up, and when I wash it, I think it will sparkle and be absolutely beautiful. This is Bohemia Crystal, made in the Czech Republic, and this was $1. And it's very heavy for its size, and it doesn't have any issues whatsoever. I've been wanting a crystal bud vase for a long time, so I was happy to bring this home. You may hear Hazel in the background. She's outside barking at the ducks on the pond in the back. All right, let's see. Also, I found for $1.99 this big kind of blue colored ball jar. Now, this one has a little nick out of it, so right here, it doesn't affect your ability to put things in it because the little flea bite is on the outside, and I have the plastic lid. So I was thinking I could use this in my pantry to store things. This kind of blue ball jar also makes a great vase for flowers. It has the smaller opening, and I do have lids that fit that, but I thought it was so pretty, and I'm happy to put this in my pantry. You can never have too many ball jars. We can always fill this up with something. There. The next thing I found that I'm keeping for myself, at least right now, is this lamp. Now, this is a project piece. This is an old, scary plug. You know, one that would probably burn your house down, but it's so cute, the lamp itself. It looks like a cross-stitch piece on the front. So, you know, I think it would be very easy to replace this. I've never done it, but I'm going to order a lamp kit, probably off of Amazon or something, or at Home Depot or Lowe's, and see if I can turn this into a working lamp that isn't quite so scary. But I think this is just darling, and with a little pleated shade will be absolutely precious. So this, I believe, yes, this was $1.99. So not bad for a little project piece. I'll put that back. Now, these are going to be listed on the shop, although I absolutely love them. I found 6 of these beautiful Franciscan bowls with this apple pattern on them. They are rimmed soup bowls, and they're in perfect condition. Let me hold up the stack of them. Here they are. Now, what's interesting about these bowls is that the back stamp is different on some of them. So some of them have a back stamp that looks like that says Franciscan. And then some of them have a different back stamp. So for example, this has that back stamp. And I believe that the different back stamps have something to do with when these were made. Let me see if there's anything different. Here's that same one that I just showed you. It's a little bit darker so you can see it a little bit better. These are so pretty, and they are such, they look so fall-like to me. I think they would be so pretty on a fall tablescape with the apples and the leaves, and I just love them in this beautiful cream color with the tan twig design, or branch design around the outside. I absolutely love these, and as I said, they're in perfect condition. Can't you just see serving a really delicious fall soup in these with a crusty loaf of bread and some cheese? I think it would be so pretty on a table. Okay, let me keep going. Also, along the fall line, I think this is something I'm going to list on the shop as well. I found this beautiful bowl with the pine cone design. I am in love with this design. So as I hold it up here, I'm thinking like, well, maybe I'll keep it. Goodness. It does not have any maker's mark on the bottom, so I don't know really anything about this. I might try to see if I can find out something about it. If I do, I'll put a little note here, but I just love this pine cone design. I believe my sister Kathleen has a barware, like a cocktail shaker and some drinks glasses, like rocks glasses that are in this pattern. It's just beautiful. I love it. So I was happy to bring this home, and you'll have to check the shop to see if it made the cut for going to the shop. I also found, I love these, and they're really, I don't think there's tremendous value at all in them, but I love these pie plates that have the different pies on them. This is a cherry pie. It's by the Jeanette China Company. And I think they are so cute. I have a couple of them, and I've always wanted to do like a little plate wall above my back sliding doors with these pie plates on them. Maybe someday I will do that. And if I don't, then I'll list them on the shop. But I do absolutely love this. And it's in pretty decent condition, actually. It's probably somewhat faded from what it was originally in terms of the color, but it's really cute. So I love that. And that was $2. And then for 50 cents, I got a plate that matches the Johnson Brothers platter that I showed in a recent haul that actually has sold. That was on the shop, listed on the shop. So I'm going to list this. This is Staffordshire Old Granite, Johnson Brothers, made in England. And I just think it's so pretty with that pear and the fruit. It's beautiful and perfect for fall. I can see some little fall treats out here. How lovely would it be to serve tea and cookies with this teapot and this beautiful plate. So this will be listed on the shop. All right. Also, I believe what I'm going to list this on the shop, and it is this really pretty tin tray. This is Christmas. It has all sorts of different Christmas bulbs on it, and it's really good. There's no scratching or paint loss. I think this is so pretty. So this will probably make an appearance in our online shop. I also got another tray, and I think I'm going to keep this for myself. This one is beautiful as well. The girls, hold on, Phoebe. She's begging for treats. This is a huge tin tray, and look at that gorgeous fall design on there. Those colors just scream fall. And I know exactly where I'm going to put this. So I was really happy to find that. And that was $3. Make some room here. All right. Then I'm going to take this tape off. I found this. I saw this on the shelf. It's a cup and saucer, and I don't usually grab just single cups and saucers, but there was something about this that intrigued me. So I went over to look at it a little bit more closely, and if I can get this tape off of it, I probably should have done this first, but I went over to take a closer look at it, and when I picked it up, I saw on the bottom that it was stamped Glit Iceland Lava, and there is the cup that goes with it. And they are so cute. I love these two little things. I mean, you don't have to use them together. They had them together. I don't actually even know if they go together. They may not because this doesn't fit on it, but they were just so unique. I just loved it. And I thought, this would be really cute as a coaster, to put your tea bag on, a candle. You could also put a little tea light candle in this. I just thought it was so pretty. And when I looked online, they are quite valuable, surprisingly. It's kind of a unique type of pottery. I guess it's maybe like a specialty item, but I loved it. And I really love any kind of stoneware or handmade pottery stuff. So I was happy to have that. And then I found another set of the placemats similar to the Pimpernel ones that I found. I found 8 of them in this gorgeous fall pattern. They're like laminated with the cork back. Now these are by Mikasa. They are not Pimpernel, but how beautiful are these? See if I can get it without a glare. And they're a great size. And as I said, I found 8 of them. And I think that I'm probably going to keep these because they're stunning. I mean, how just gorgeous is that? How beautiful will that look on a table for Thanksgiving or something? So, so pretty. And I believe I paid $1.99, if you can believe it, for all 8 of them. Such a steal. Then the next thing that I found was this really cute pitcher. It has all sorts of mushrooms on it. And mushrooms are very in vogue right now. So these things can get kind of pricey. Now, this is not vintage. It does have its original sticker on the bottom. Believe it or not, this was $69.99 when purchased new. Now, it looks like it's in perfect shape. I paid $2 for it. Is that not adorable? How pretty would that look with some pretty fall flowers in it on my table? I just love it. So this I am keeping. I did find, let me reach over here and grab it, one article of clothing for myself, and it is this really cute, very thin, fine gauge cotton sweater. It's by White House Black Market, and it's kind of a cardigan, and it doesn't button, but it does have, and I'll see if I can find it, it does tie. So it has these ties here in the front. So it's open, but you tie it in the front. And I just thought that was so pretty. And what a great neutral color. And this was $4.89. So I was, again, very happy to have that. All right, this is a long one. We are coming to the end. And then the last thing that I'm going to share with you, or there actually are three of them, so I need to reach over here and grab them, are these very cool wooden spools. They're like old wooden spools that you would have gotten from some kind of a machine, I guess. And they are, there's two that are this size and then one smaller one. Woo, they're hard to hang on to, sorry. So there are three of them. I think these are really very, very cool. I don't know if I'm going to list these on the shop. I think I'll probably end up keeping these for myself. But I just thought they were so fun. You could really do some fun things with them. Oh, and you know what? Actually, there is one more item that I found that I do believe I'm going to list on the shop. So hold on a minute and let me go grab it. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. And the last thing I found is this really beautiful cast iron wall sconce. It's done in this kind of chippy white colored paint. It looks very distressed. It really reminded me a lot of Kim's items at the Painted Cottage. It has that French country look to it, and it is quite heavy. You can hang it on the back. It has a thing right here on the back where you can hang it, and it was made in India. So this is probably going to end up on the shop, although it's very heavy, so it'll be kind of a pain in the neck to ship. So I guess I'm a little torn about that. But if you're interested, if somebody's interested in it, message me and I'll see what it would cost to ship it, because I think the shipping is probably going to be like $10 to ship something this heavy, maybe even 12, but I do try to price things reasonably. So that is the last thing that I wanted to share with you, and that is my enormous haul. Thank you for sticking with me to the end, and be sure to check out our online shop, as I said, at relativelyrefined.com for any of the things here that you might be interested in. We also have some other really lovely new items on there, including table linens, trinket dishes, some beautiful bead glasses by La Roche. What else do we have? Napkins, pot holders, all kinds of beautiful things. So go ahead and check it out. All right. All right, let me open this box up and show you what is inside. This box is full of beautiful velvet and satin pumpkins. So these sold out last year almost as soon as we got them in. And I wanted to share these with you. So we ordered several of each of the popular colors. So there's this one is called Harvest. And I love these pumpkins because they have this really realistic looking stem. And they're just such a nice size. So we've got several in this Harvest color. We have several velvet ones. And by the way, the Harvest is velvet, if I didn't say that. We got several of them in gold, the gold velvet. We got several in the bronze velvet. And this is a beautiful brown color. And they just look so pretty all together. Let me see if I can show you. I think they just look gorgeous all together. And I'll give you some closer up looks. I just want to get this box unpacked and share it with you. And then we are trying a new product this year, and it is these lovely little satin pumpkins with this pretty gold stem. And they're a smaller size, so you can see the size difference between the two. These are about 5 inches across and maybe, 3 to 4 inches across and maybe 5 inches from bottom to the top of the stem. So we ordered several in this beautiful champagne color, and then several in this really gorgeous, what they call cinnamon, with this beautiful gold stem, and then several in this stunning green, which is called bamboo. And they are just absolutely beautiful. I can see these in a bowl or on a stack of books. So I'm going to finish unpacking this box. I'm going to get these listed on the shop. And I'm also going to share with you some ideas about how you can style these. And as I said, these went so quickly last year. And probably by the time you're seeing this video, we may have already sold several, because I think I'm going to send out an email to our subscribers letting them know that the pumpkins are in. So if you are not subscribed to our newsletter and emails at relativelyrefined.com, you're probably going to want to head on over there, because you get early notice of when we get new things into the shop.
And now let's make some Greek chicken bowls and put my new pans to the test. The first thing I'm going to do is to season up my chicken tenders. And for that, I'm going to use a combination of ground black pepper, onion powder, granulated garlic, this balsamic reduction, some olive oil, and then this is the secret ingredient right here. This is Cavenders all-purpose Greek seasoning. So let me go ahead and get my chicken tenders seasoned up. Okay, so I am just going to sprinkle my chicken tenders with a little bit of pepper, ground black pepper, some onion powder, and I'm not measuring, I'm just seasoning with my heart, as they say. Some granulated garlic, some Cavender's Greek seasoning, and I had never heard of this until I met Trudy, but her mother was a fan of the Greek seasoning, and it's delicious. And then I'm going to also give a squirt of this balsamic reduction. All right, just a little bit of that. And then probably a tiny little, just a very minuscule amount of olive oil. And then I'm just going to mix this all up so that the chicken is liberally coated with the seasonings. I might add a little bit more Cavenders. And it does contain salt, so I'm not adding any extra salt. Okay, I'm going to get these, leave these alone right here, and then I'm going to go heat up my new Caraway pan on the stove with a little bit of olive oil. It doesn't need much because they are non-stick, as I mentioned, and I'm going to get that heated up over a medium heat. All right, I am going to put my chicken tenders in here and get them cooking. And while these are cooking up, I'm going to get my quinoa started. All right, so quinoa is very easy to make. I'm going to add 1.5 cups of water to 1 cup of quinoa. And quinoa is an ancient grain. I believe, let me step back around. Okay, I believe it's an ancient Aztec grain, so I'm going to give that a stir. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the quinoa to a boil. I'll cover it up, bring that to a boil, and then when it comes to a boil, I will let it boil for a minute and then turn it off and let it sit. All right, so while the quinoa is cooking, I am going to make the tzatziki sauce that goes with these Greek chicken bowls. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this cucumber that I've peeled, about half of a long English cucumber, and I'm going to grate it on my box grater. And I grate it over a paper towel
because what I like to do is to squeeze all the excess water out of it using that paper towel. Okay, that's about a half of a cucumber grated, and then I can just kind of chop up what we've got left here and add it to my paper towel. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and wring it and squeeze out the excess water from the cucumbers. All right, I've got the excess water squeezed out of my cucumbers and I've added them to my bowl. Now I'm going to take some plain Greek yogurt. My favorite brand is this Faye brand, and I'm going to add about a cup of Greek yogurt to these cucumbers. All right, then the next thing I'm going to add is a splash of lemon juice. I'm going to add probably, let me grab a spoon, but probably about a teaspoon. I'm back. About a teaspoon of the minced garlic, and I just get mine in a jar. It's much easier. You can, of course, use fresh garlic, but I'm going to be using the minced garlic. I'm going to add a little bit of white pepper, some dill weed, dried dill. I'm going to add the dried dill. And again, season with your heart and your taste buds. And then the secret ingredient is some more of our Cavenders Greek seasoning. So I'll add that, a dash of salt, but the Cavenders has salt, so not that much, and give all of this a good stir. My kids love this tzatziki sauce, so I can never make too much of it. They will put it very liberally in their bowls. All right, so give all of that a good stir. And I'll put the ingredients in the description box, but again, as I said, I don't really measure, so we'll get this all stirred up. This is what it looks like. And then that goes in the refrigerator until we're ready to assemble our Greek chicken bowls. All right, my chicken is done. So I'm just going to take it out of this pan and transfer it to a plate. It looks and smells so good. And I can tell you that nothing is sticking to the bottom of this pan. So cleanup will be very easy, I am sure. All right, while we're waiting for the quinoa to finish cooking, I'm going to prep up the ingredients for the bowls. So in addition to the quinoa, the chicken, and the tzatziki sauce, I like to add some chopped cucumber, kalamata olives, and you could, of course, add tomatoes. I am not a tomato fan and never have been, so I do not add tomatoes to mine. But if you're a tomato lover, little grape tomatoes cut in half or in quarters are delicious in this bowl. So I'm just going to chop up the other half of the cucumber that I used in the tzatziki sauce into small pieces and set that aside. I have some Greek olives, kalamata olives, pitted, and then we have our chicken. And I'm going to take a few pieces of chicken and I will cut it into small bite-sized pieces. And we will add that to the bowl. So once the quinoa is done, I will assemble a bowl for you. And I'm going to tell you, this is so delicious. The kids, everybody in the family loves it, and they actually ask for it, and it's super easy. Now, my son Finn, instead of eating his in a bowl form, he likes to add it all inside a piece of pita bread, which you could also do. So let me go check on the quinoa, and then we'll begin building our Greek chicken bowl. All right, the quinoa has been sitting here, and it is done. I'm just going to take my spoon and fluff it up a little bit.
Could not be easier. So here's my quinoa. It cooked beautifully in my new pan. I'm very happy. So let me go ahead and get a bowl assembled. All right. Hey, I know you've only seen me from the neck down in this video, or this portion of the video, but the quinoa is done. So we're starting with a bowl of quinoa as the base. And now let me tilt you back down and I'll show you how we assemble the Greek chicken balls. So I've got my quinoa. I'm going to add some of my chicken using my impeccably clean hands. Then I will sprinkle on some cucumbers and a few Greek olives. And then I will add a healthy dollop of tzatziki sauce. All right, and that's what it looks like. I cannot wait to dig in. All right, I'm gonna take a bite of this. Now the debate is always whether to eat it with a fork or a spoon. I'm a spoon girl because I find that the quinoa is very difficult to eat with a spoon. And I forgot to mention that if you're not a fan of quinoa, which as I said is an ancient Aztec grain, very high in protein by the way, you can definitely serve this over rice or in a pita like my son Finn does. So let me try to get a little bit of everything in here. This is so easy and so delicious. I mean, you've got the chicken that's very well seasoned. You have the protein from the quinoa, the freshness of the cucumbers and the tzatziki sauce, and then the black olives give it that little bit of salty taste. Wonderful combination. I hope you will definitely give this Greek chicken bowl a try. That's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are interested in swapping out your cookware for a set that is 100% non-toxic, I highly recommend Caraway cookware. I'm very pleased with mine. It cleaned up beautifully. And if you purchase the set, which saves you 20%, you can bundle that with my discount code and take an additional 10% off of that already lowered price. So go ahead and check them out. If you're not subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel and it lets YouTube know that you're enjoying this content. And if you are subscribed, give us a thumbs up. That also lets YouTube know that we're heading in the right direction. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.